can see, it's the Rise of Wesnoth, scenario 14 right now. I would also like to say that I'm somewhat in a rush, so I'll be trying to play a bit faster than usually, a bit more hurried, which might mean I will make more mistakes, but I'll try to avoid that as much as possible. After a particularly bad series of storms, the Elderic has taken on water, and much of the fleet has been scattered. Latifan suggests stopping at a group of small windswept islands to regroup. I don't think I can take much more of this. I'm feeling ill. Be careful, these islands aren't safe. We are in Naga territory. But this is the only place to stop with soft sand beaches to make landfall. The Nagas like to scavenge metal from ships that they capture here. Pray! Get them! The fleet must regroup here. We have to defeat these monsters. So, defeat all enemy leaders. If any one of my important units dies, it's bad. But I think you could guess as much as this. As that. Then, and I am not gonna go and capture the village. Actually, yes, I'm gonna capture it. But the idea is to rush this guy and then survive against the other two guys. Also, most of the fighting will be done by the merfolk. Which is why it's pretty it was pretty important for me to get at least some of them in the previous scenario, or in the previous two scenarios. Otherwise, I would be quite literally stranded. Like, I will recruit a couple of recall a couple of let's call it landfall units or something, but not a lot, because they lack the mobility needed to do it pretty much anything of importance. Then this guy, of course, and whoops. This guy is not exactly worth it right now, so I'm not gonna recall that one. Let's see instead, so I can get another healer. Actually, let's make another healer. Like, I lost a Mage of Light recently, so I kinda would like to recover that loss by leveling up a mage, but I also need one Mage of Light right now. I'm just gonna get Yalta as well. I mean, why not? So note that they do not have poison, like those Nagas do not have access to poison, which is awesome for me. Because if they did, oh, this would be such a pain. Like, seriously. Huge pain. Anyway, they do not have that, and that's great. Also, it's somewhat easy right now to just yeah, rush those guys, which is kind of the point. Then I think two more land-based units. Yeah, it's for one, this guy and the Silver Mage, who's gonna have less of a problem of mobility land-wise, unit-wise, because, well, they can just teleport between places. One, two... Yeah, one more of those, and then it's good enough for now. So this guy levels up, so that's nice, and the attack didn't really matter to me. I might have to give up this village because none of my units are close enough. War. Chompy the Serpent. Rah! Look out, a serpent has emerged from the deep. So, yeah. Anyway, my units are not here to support this guy because we're totally rushing this guy. I mean, of course we are. So now I've got this one killed and they still had 80 gold left. Which is great for me because it means that's how much I cheated them basically out of gold. Well, not exactly, but kinda. Then I do not need more units over there, like I do already have a lot of them. I'm gonna put this guy here and this guy here. Like, note those coastal reefs where Merfolk and Naga both have what's it called, a 70% chance to dodge. Which is better than the usual 60% to dodge. Not much better, but better indeed. So I would very much like to take advantage of that. So for this one I go for here instead of here, because healer and damage boost because of the illuminates, and yeah, that's reason enough for me. I'm also gonna put this guy over there where they can dodge not well at all. Because this one is like, might attack this guy then, and he has a huge damage boost and is next to healer and only one unit can attack, so the damage they can deal isn't that bad actually. Triton. So yeah, what I personally hate about this scenario, there is pretty much no way to stay out of negative income. There are not a lot of villages. It's certainly not enough to cover the amount of units you need to survive here. So yeah, you are guaranteed to go into minus. And that sucks. A lot. Or at least I'm not willing to experiment until I find a strategy that allows me to recall so few units that they do not go into minus. Like, it would make things way harder. And I don't want... Okay, maybe I could have placed healer over there, so I could have taken that village. But it's too late for that. Boom. Right, I can just do this. So this guy can't reach it all right now, so I'm very much safe of them. Nice. Then I'm gonna be aggressive against this guy, because they only have a 30% chance to dodge instead of the usual 70%. So it is worth just going there. Just going for it there. Actually, let's speed it up a little bit, because I'm not saying much. You wouldn't really notice if you... Okay, maybe you would probably notice from the music if you slowed it down to match the usual speed. Fair enough. But this is still fine, I think. Look, he's strong, so I would like to capitalize on that. So I'm going for a Triton instead of a Hoplet. Even though a Hoplet would have been really nice in this specific situation. Die. And please get slowed. Yes! Otherwise this could have hurt a lot. I mean, I say could have, but it's more like would have. So yeah, I'm pretty glad that that worked out. Die. Die. This guy's still slow. Note, unlike Haikidot, unlike Naga and Merfolk, who are fast on deep water and on shallow water, both, sea serpents are fast on deep water, but not so much on shallow water. So that's something you can capitalize on. How far can... Oh, okay. I was wondering if I could move this guy over there to give Triton a boost in damage, but that chance has already passed. Oh right, this guy's still alive. Gotta clear them out. Okay, and now one hit is enough to kill them. So that's great. Also, I've depleted more than half the gold they have. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks like maybe I could have gone with less units. What's done is done, and I did say that I'm gonna rush this. To free the serpent. Look out, a serpent has emerged from the deep. Thanks for pointing this out, Yalta. I would not have noticed otherwise. Then... my priority is killing this one before this one arrives, because I have only one guy that can slow people. So if this one is still around while this guy is coming, I would have run into trouble. Somewhat. Actually not that much, but a little bit indeed. Why wouldn't I have run into that much trouble against this one? Because this one only arrives at daytime. So I would already be set. I would deal more damage than usually, and they would deal less. The serpent itself would deal less damage. So yeah, that part would have been pretty safe. Die. Die as well. Well, I tried. And move this one up there. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I want to get rid of that one, and fine. Sure, they are gonna focus this one, and there is actually not that bad. Okay, there was not that bad of a chance of this guy dying. Didn't happen though. And I would not have minded it that much if it had happened. Scaly the serpent. Roar! Look out! A serpent has emerged from the deep. You don't say. But thanks for noticing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can't reach the serpent at all. Then just clean up those guys and ignore this one, I guess. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is redo this, because I totally forgot to block off this guy at all. And that's something I absolutely have to do, because as I said, I'm not gonna try to kill this one. Not yet. But it also means I have to keep enemies away from... keep this one away from my other units. And I totally didn't. Like, see? I don't have to deal with them right now. That's okay. But at the very least, I should make sure that this guy cannot deal with any of my units while I'm ignoring them. And that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, and that's why I said that this guy has less problems mobility-wise compared to the others. Because, well, it's true. Then you come up as well, please. 50, okay. Still, actually, no thanks. I don't want to fight this one. Not 1 versus 1 at least. Then slow this one first. Okay, I meant try to slow this one, but in that case, absolutely kill this one. Yes, that gives me another netcaster and means next time I have more than just that one try to actually slow them. Then I went there so I could also boost this guy's damage. Didn't work out, at least not well enough. But it did better my odds, and that's good enough in the long run. Okay, these guys can steal my village, so I kinda have to block them off. But I think you can see that at this point it's just a formality of me winning the scenario. Unless more sea serpents appear, but I do already know there 3 is the most. Like there are no more than beyond that. Then feed this guy the XP. So I have more level 2 units. Boom. That's why level 3 units are pretty nice. Actually, this guy doesn't even need the village because I do have my paladin next to them, so they can also just heal them. And I'm gonna move this guy up there, and this one as well, and this one, and yeah, this should be totally enough. Oh, that was a misclick. I meant to attack with my Ruby of Fire, which would have made more sense. Way more sense. Then let's keep going. Yeah, my human units, and of course my one dwarf. And hi Yalta, you're actually on the field. Like, where are you? Down there. So Yalta is just saying they are sorry that they're late. They're asking for a recap, and basically there were a couple of storms, which is why Haldrick and co got stranded and at least want to reunite with the rest of the fleet and do a couple of repairs before continuing onwards. The place they had set down was in the territory of Nagas, and which is why they had to fight them. Like, and those Nagas living in this territory because it's a good place to collect stuff from stranded ships that can't run away anymore. So, and in the over the time of this battle, they called 3 sea serpents. It didn't help them that much because, as you can see, I've already won. And that's my recap. We've defeated the Nagas. The fleet should be able to regroup here. The next time we see land, it should be the great continent to the east. I'll be glad when this voyage is over. We're almost there. Almost there. and it's still the familiar of Tlichlorjavian. I think we are being followed. So yeah, as you could see, I got only 41 bonus gold for the next scenario because this scenario is basically set up in a way that it's guaranteed to drain your gold, or almost guaranteed unless you want to cut it really, really close. Yeah, I did go a bit overboard with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mages. But those were very helpful. Like the problem with Naga and Merfolk is just they have pretty much always when in water, like pretty much always when they're in water, which is always when you play them right, or if you're on a water-based map, a really high chance to dodge, so you actually do need those magic uses to finish them off earlier, faster. Anyway, that was already the scenario. And with that, I'm frankly done for the day because I'm running out of time. I'm just glad that I did manage to beat this fast, actually. For now, any questions before I say see you next time? So, since I'm seeing no questions, I'm just gonna say see you next time, and thanks for watching. And I almost feel bad for Yalta literally arriving at the moment when I've killed the enemy leader. Yalta is asking when I'm streaming again. I can pretty much guarantee a stream on Monday, but I won't because kind of depends on how my weekend will go. So I will say I will probably stream on Monday if things are going really well with the project I have to program right now, which I have to finish until next Friday. If it's going really well, I might actually also stream tomorrow or on Sunday. If it's going really badly, I won't be streaming on Monday, and I won't have a definite date for when I'm streaming. Like, probably next Friday at latest, because at that point the project will have to be handed in, so there's nothing I will be able to do about it past that point. But until then, I won't be saying anything definite. Like, I'm streaming today because I'm done with thinking for the day anyway, so there's no harm in that way. Then, see you next time, and thanks for watching.